Bonjour, my name is Delphine, and with my husband Mike, we own Octopus Bar and Restaurant and Petit Bistro. We are today celebrating Liberation Day, and we would like to welcome you to our house where Mike would be cooking a rabbit dish based on some of the ingredients you could have found during the Second World War. So hi Mike, and we've got a guest of honor today. Who is that?
So we've got Lilou, which is our first daughter, and she will be helping me today cooking. We've been asked to cook a dish based on the World War II. So what did Daddy choose? It's kind of a versatile dish. So we're gonna go based on a rabbit casserole, which could also be turned with a chicken if you don't have any rabbit. Also, you can make it as a vegetarian dish if you prefer. No meat, but you can use the same kind of vegetable we will be using today. So what we're going to start with, the idea is to use as much as vegetable that people had during the World War II. So at the time, there was a lot of people, there was unlimited vegetable, which was a lot of root vegetable, potatoes, carrots, of the vegetable, all the rest of the vegetable to make a soup with it, okay? So I will use it as a start.
So that's why we've got that left. It's everything you use from when you chop.
All the peeling, the potatoes peeling, all the half-cut of onions, all the half-cut. So the idea is to make with one dish, 2 dishes, which could have been at the time worth for a meal on a night. And we will use every single thing, which means instead to lose everything, we will use the scalloped vegetable, the bones of the rabbit, plus to make 2 dishes.
We don't do any waste.
Don't do any waste at all. Exactly. And I think during World War II is very important as well to give protein inside the dishes and use every single thing because everything was on the ration. So that's the reason why.
Was it very easy to get rabbit?
There is quite a lot of Islander had the rabbit and chicken. After there was a lot of ingredient was quite very on shortage, which was the fats, the butters. So we will use a little bit of butter, not much, but a bit of butter. We're going to try, the salt was quite short as well, so we're going to be using salt seawater.
Oh, wow, okay.
We're going to be using most of the time the root vegetable at the moment. It's May, so the garden peas are from the fresh garden, so but you can use every single veg you got at home pretty much if they're based on the root veg. So the ingredient for the casserole, what I base myself on, we're going to use onions and shallots, potatoes, leeks, celery, swede, carrots, and few peas and onions, which I've got fresh onions, fresh peas, so, and also all the, like we did say before, all the scraps of the vegetable, which I kept. We also have a few 2 heads of garlic, which are crushed, a bit of bay leaves from a garden, what we've got, and we've got also a little bit of dry rosemary and dry thyme, which I'm going to be adding to the casserole as well, okay? So the idea what we're going to use first is prepare the rabbit. Then we're going to sear it, and we're going to add the veg and cooking. It's like the process of cooking casserole. Bear in mind that at this time there was no electricity available, so what we're going to do today is cook it on the barbecue, or cook it in a fireplace if you have, or green egg, or every single thing which is using charcoal. So the idea is to cook inside the pot. Casserole mean in French. It's quite a very thick pot which take a temperature and will cook very, very, very slowly. So the idea will be to add the vegetable by vegetable. So we're going to start with is adding the onions, the leeks, the carrots and the root veg first, and we're going to end up with the soft veg, which are more like the baby onions and the fresh peas, okay? So do not forget at this time it's coronavirus, so the idea is to keep washing your hands all the time at any moment and to avoid any contact with cross-contamination. So the idea is as much of it in the kitchen at home, you should be always washing your hands, which is one of the precautions for the thing. So Lilou, you're going to be washing your hands. After we're going to start to work on it, okay?
That was a quick wash, Lilou.
You need to wash your hands. You've been learned at school, which is finger up, finger down. And to be sure you wash your hands very well, and after we can start, okay?
So we're going to cut the rabbit?
So the idea will be already, I'm going to show you how to portion the rabbit, okay? It's quite simple. You don't have to be perfect. Don't forget the casserole. So the idea will be to portion different pieces using the front, the back leg, and also the saddle. and we're gonna be using it inside the casserole.
How many person that rabbit would be for?
I would say at the time of the war time, we will have been at least, maybe you can do it for 2 meals, which I mean, I will say, 6 to 8 people, I think.
For one meal, yeah?
I will say 6 to 8 people for 1 meal, otherwise 2 meals if you want to. Casserole is a dish which you can keep quite long time as well, which is always a good thing. Okay? So the idea was, we've got a beautiful rabbit here. So the idea will be to put the back of the rabbit and the head on your right side. I'm right on it. So the idea will be to put on the back, on the tummy. You've got the back leg here, the saddle here, the front leg, and you got the head, okay? By the time of World War II, I'm sure people was using every single part of the rabbit, and they was using every single thing. So there we're gonna do, starting by the back of the rabbit, going through the pieces here. You can use also your finger, so you go from each side, you click it with your finger, and you go through the bone. That's one piece. You go again, squeeze it, click it with your finger, go back here, that's 2 pieces. Also now, the front, you turn the rabbit, you go under, you bring it back through the neck. One more piece, and also here now.
Where can you get a rabbit from in Guernsey?
I mean, you got quite a few local people having some farm rabbit which are beautiful. I know some people you can also use white rabbit during the hunting season, but you will have to cook, I will say, 2 to 3 times the time of a normal farm rabbit. Farm rabbit is associated to a normal chicken, which you're gonna say, which is gonna be cooking all around in a casserole. It's gonna be a bit more difficult because I have no idea at all, so it's a whole new experience for me. But I will say, 2 to 3 hours in a casserole to have a nice tender rabbit. So it's always going through the cooking process and checking everything is nice and soft. It needs to be moist, okay? When the meat starts to fall apart from the bones, it's ready. Okay? So what I'm going to carry on now, I'm going to use these pieces. That's going to be my stock. Again, I'm sure during World War II everything was going inside the casserole, okay? We're going to take us through the livers.
What would you do with it? Are you going to leave it into the casserole?
I mean,
or?
we can add it to the casserole. I think I will use the kidneys to go to the casserole. And the liver, we could use it to do, at the time, maybe a pate or sear it for another meal. Could have used indeed a lot of different reasons. Offal was quite rare as well, so I'm sure every single part of the animal was used at the time for sure. So what I'm going to do also, I'm going to keep the fat. It's going to help me to sear the rabbit, because fat was in short supply as well. So what we're going to use the natural fat of the rabbit to go back to the casserole. From the back of the leg to pretty much half of the abdomen, okay? So I will cut it. You go through a sharp knife and you take it down. Okay, also you've got the heart, take off on this side, and you've got the head and the marrow. So what we're going to do, cut in half. That's going to be for soup. You've got the saddle here. So again, I'm going to keep this.
Is that the best
here.
part, or?
I mean, for a lot of people, yes. For me, I will say the tender one and the best one to use in a casserole will be the front leg.
Yes.
That will be normally a short cooking. So normally you're using it more like for, you debone it, or you wrap it, or you can wrap it in pancetta, bring it back in the pan quite slowly, need to be quite pink and soft. But as a casserole, use it, cook it slowly. Be a bit more, I will say it's more like the chicken, which means the back leg are always more tender, while the front, I mean the breast is always more drier. So that's the idea of it. So I'm going to cut this part, I'm going to use it for my stock as well. Again, when the time was in short supply, people was not...
They were using it.
Anything.
Yeah, they were using
every
everything.
single thing. So as a casserole, I'm going to cut my rabbit now in pieces. So I'm going to be 1, 2, 4. The leg also, I'm going to cut it back here. That's going to be again T'as filmé ça ou quoi?
Don't break my garden table.
I will do my best. And now we're gonna add these pieces, so I'm gonna cut
So are we gonna sear that first, or?
exactly that. I'm gonna finish to prep it. Ready, boss? Okay, guys. So next part will be to season the rabbit pieces. So what we're gonna do, Lily gonna do it. So the idea will be to put all the pieces of rabbit inside the bowl. Take all one. I've got 50 grams of flour, which I'm gonna mix it together. What's gonna happen with it? It will give the thickenage on. So at the time, people was using potato flour. So that's what we're gonna be using. At the time of World War II, there was again a short amount of flour by the time. So but potato flour was in a large amount. So what we're gonna be using is potato flour. Pretty much I was wartime. So in the meantime, what we're gonna be using is I'm will start also the stock, which I'm gonna use again for the casserole and turn it to a soup later on the meantime. So Lilo will be preparing the rabbit, and in the meantime I will be searing the vegetable and the carcasses. So what we did here, I prepped the one casserole is gonna be for the stock, and one more gonna be for the casserole. So Lilo, you preparing the rabbit? Happy with that?
You know what to do, Lilou?
E5. Let's go. Quack it. You know what to do?
Yeah.
All the pieces together and you let me know when you're done, okay? In the meantime, I'm using the fat of the rabbit. And I'm bringing all
The carcasses.
carcasses which I'm gonna sweat, which are the head, the rest, the head of the rabbit, the piece of rabbit we don't use to put in a casserole. So I'm gonna sear them inside. Be now color a little bit on it. I'm salting a little bit this, just to give a little bit of texture to rabbit. Lilo, you can put the flour, all the flour, and you mix it together. You can see the bottom. You get the fat of the natural fat of the rabbit coming up. And also going to give some flavor to the dish. How you doing, Lilo? Very good. So what you need to do after, you tap it.
You tap it, huh?
You tap it, very French. So you took off the excess of the flour. You finish it and you put them inside, okay? All the pieces of the rabbit.
So you put Guernsey butter?
Of course. Of course. The best butter in the world. So I'm not gonna, as a French, I love my butter, and I come from Brittany where
Yeah, we've got like, a great selection of
it's a
salted
kind of
butter.
religion, I would say. But the Guernsey butter is one of the best. I've been using it for so many years now. I can't do without.
So we are, you see the,
So we're putting all the pieces of rabbit, but I don't want it to put too much coloration again. So I'm doing very quickly.
so we get confused with rabbit and chicken because we told our daughter we were having chicken because they don't want to eat rabbits, but actually now they know, so
We're a bit in trouble now.
yeah, we're in trouble.
Tastes angry.
What I'm doing, I want a quick coloration. I don't want too much coloration. I'm going with the idea of kind of a blanket as well. So I want some color, but not too much color. If you were doing more like a bourguignon style casserole or more like a civet, you will want the nice coloration to give a nice sear, nice quick sear. So on butter, I put quite minimum coloration there because I think they are limited to around 150 grams of butter per week per person. So what I use
Per person or per household?
no
Per person.
So So I use around 25 grams of butter. Pretty much what I use is. Again, I'm using my rabbit. And soon, we still have a piece in there.
Yeah.
You want to put it?
Okay.
Be quick because you're gonna burn. Inside, be flat. Okay, you see the bones here quite nicely. Really nice. I'm gonna use all the scrap of the vegetable, which are potato filling, onions, celery,
All of them.
all of them. It's gonna be the base of my stock. I'm gonna sweat them again. Thank you, exercise.
So you put back the lid on.
They're just gonna it's gonna cook a bit quicker. The thing is not a full fire, so you have to work on how your wood is working and progressing, to be honest. So that's the process of casserole, you see what I mean? Use the lid, close back the lid, and cook it slowly and nicely. So I'm not trying to cheat again. We're on 2020, it's been 75 years, the war is over, so it's a celebration. I'm trying to respect as much as we can. After, I will try to add a little bit more, like a touch as a chef. So it's like at home, is celebrating the World War II, and but to be sure you eat well by the end as well. So what I do, that's the pot of casserole, nice decoloration, blonde color, not so much, not too long and not too much. And after we're gonna start to add all the vegetable on this process here. I got all my veg cooking and nicely. You want to mix? Let's go mix this one slowly.
But hold it.
You hold it and you mix, okay? Like that. You turn. Open the spoon, always turning, okay?
It's hard.
Shall we help you?
Yes, please.
Alright. Okay, for the vegetable, it's quite simple. Just prepare all vegetables. I've got few celery, carrots, onions. So the idea is cut it simple. I'm not saying you have to make it
The table.
I love my table.
It's like shaking.
So pretty much half a centimeter to 1 centimeter. I'm not trying to make it too complicated. It's pretty much. We'll have to cut the potatoes also. So potatoes will have to be same size in cubes, but I don't want them back in the water, okay boss?
Yes.
Now we'll be adding a vegetable to start. So what I'm going to do is use bitter onions. I've got around 150 grams of onions, which is around 1 to 1.5 onions. Got few shallots as well. So I'm going to use shallots, onions. Leeks. Okay, I'm going to cover again. Again, I've got 1 leeks here. I would say 100 grams of leeks. Don't forget, by the time meat was in shortage, so people will have had more veg to compensate the loss of meat. So I'm going to add my ingredients, my aromatic ingredients, which are the thyme. I'm going to squash it. And again, I'm not going to use anything. I'm going to use the stock to go back in my stock. Same thing about a bit of rosemary. So I'm going to put a bit of rosemary. Stock go back in the stove, in the broth. Then I'm going to use 2 bay leaves. I'm going to add as well 2 inside the stock, the broth. to garlic. And now we're gonna start just to bring flavor to the casserole on it. Really génial. Tap, regardez la flamme, c'est bon. Okay, next, so we're going to be adding the rest of the veg, which are, I'm going to keep for a bit of crunch the celery. I'm going to keep the peas and the baby onion. This one going to be only at the end. So what I'm going to do now, we're not so sweet. Of course, you can put the carrots, but put only half to start. Now we sweat pretty much all the vegetables. So we've got the carcasses, vegetable, and we're just gonna wet it with the liter
I can't see, Mike.
of seawater. In front de l'eau normale. So what I'm doing, I'm putting 1 liter of seawater. I'm gonna add 1 more liter of normal water just to cut the content of soil. The next step will be to add the potatoes. So we'll add the potatoes on it.
Okay, just like that.
Yes, stop.
All of it.
Yeah, I would say half.
That's
A
not
bit
half.
more.
That's not even half.
Okay, put a bit more. There again, I've got under 20 grams around of potatoes. For people who want to be quicker as well, of course, we try to use the traditional method, but what you can do is at home, you sear it on a gas or on a stove, sear it. After you finish it with all the cooking liquid, everything, and you ended up in the oven. If you put that in the oven around 1 hour 30, 1 hour 45, you should have quite a great result at the end.
Well, I've got a bit of a technical issue with the wind and the smoke, Mike. Sorry.
But imagine at the time how it was. At the time,
They were not filming, Mike.
the fireplace was pretty much the place where to be.
Empty. All of it.
Inside. Allez. Okay, next up. So we've got all the vegetable pretty much wet now. What I'm gonna do is wet it with a little bit of white wine. Again, like I did say, it's facultative. So it's gonna wet the vegetable and cook nicely and slowly now above the barbecue. So again, we're gonna bring it to the boil and it's gonna cook slowly the time we need. Here we've got also stock, my lovely pig ladle of my wife, which is something special. So we've got all the stock here coming up quite nicely, and that we're gonna be using it to top up the casserole every time the juice is reducing, which means we're adding, like if you are doing a risotto, slowly, and you're adding up, which in the same time, and that smells lovely together. Lovely flavors.